Hello, friends. It's Wayne, and I've titled this video A Safer World Swattings. If you don't know this, I've been swatted a total of 31 times. The sheriff has been to my home 22 times, and they've pointed guns at me the first 11 times, all in the last 339 days. I'm grateful all of those experiences did not result in my death. Somebody's making prank calls to the sheriff, and I can only imagine how upset the sheriff is wanting to eventually catch the people making the prank call. Other people have told me, somebody told me that they talked to the sheriff and they asked, the sheriff told them that they thought I was calling in these things myself, and I'm not. Today I saw another police traffic stop where the person probably could have avoided getting murdered by the police, but he didn't. He was a young man. He was one of those people who, what's it called? Sovereign citizen, where he doesn't want to have a driver's license or insurance. And he believes that if you're not for commercial purposes, you don't need a license. And okay, I hear what you're saying, but that's really just a fight with law enforcement. And I know it might sound ridiculous in court, not at a traffic stop. And so the kid was filming the police, and then there was 4 police pointing guns at him, and the police are like, gun, 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 gun. And I don't think the kid reached for the gun, but they killed him. And this is really scary. And even for law enforcement, I don't know if they realize what they're doing to our country. Like, people aren't this dangerous. And, they're forever changing the landscape of our nation. And we're going down a slippery slope into dictatorships, tyrants, authoritativism. I can't say it correctly, but if you're in law enforcement and you have children, what world will they be growing up in? Do you really think that doing extrajudicial killings at traffic stops are going to make the world a better place? You're just creating fear. Luckily, I'm old enough to know you can't win any arguments with police ever. If they're there in person with you, you've lost, okay? So all you should do is just comply, even if it's against your civil rights. Just give them what they want. Don't fight them. Don't give smart-ass remarks. Just work with them. They're very confused people. They have trouble processing information because everybody's a danger to them. And so don't make their job harder because it's already hard for them to do their job, all right? So just be easy for them. Just make it easy. And the whole goal is just to live another day. We're literally living in a soft civil war, soft martial law, soft World War III. Today, a really big bank in the Bay Area, Silicon Valley Bank, just lost 60% of its value in 3 hours, wiped out. And it's a really huge bank. That's a big deal. So we could be on the verge of a social cataclysms, and what's going to determine you living through this is your attitude and how you work with the people with the guns. I don't have any guns for one reason. I mean, very much like that guy, even though like I might be able to legally have a gun, the police are just trained to kill. They get away with it. They're told that if you kill somebody, it's okay, that their district attorneys will support them. So they're going to be able to get away with murder. So you might win the battle, but you're going to lose the war and your life. We're really talking about a life and death situation here. I'm super afraid of being killed by my local sheriff. And if the sheriff is watching, thank you for not killing me. And please Don't hurt me. Like literally, I'm not making the fucking calls and somebody else is hurting me. Like today I was talking in politically incorrect. Somebody says, "Well, I'm going to keep," and it was about the shooting. And I was like, listen, like said, someday we'll have justice, just not today. We need to change the rules, but it's not going to be today. And somebody says, "I'm going to keep swatting down your videos on YouTube." They're going to keep flagging my videos, and they called me a faggot. I'm like, well, what do you have against gay people? But we have demented citizens, and they want this authoritative world. You're going to die in this authoritative world, like literally. Where is the love? We need to have. Even the rock stars aren't making love songs or peace songs. The whole world is broken right now. So we need a lot more love and compassion. Um, we're at a precipice. It's a very dangerous situation out there. So um, for my situation, I'm not making the calls. I'm being victimized because I decided to run for president in the most lazy way. All right. It's very lazy the way I went about running for president in politically incorrect, because it is the hangout of all the spies of the world. So that's why there's so many bad actors coming after me, because these people have the skills, the resources, and the knowledge to get away with hurting me. All right. They're not mad at me because I'm wrong. They're mad at me because I'm right. Okay. If I was going around 2 + 2 is 5, they'd be like, poor Wayne's so stupid. It's really 4, but he doesn't know it. And they would say that's misinformation. And so then they cancel me from social media because I would be so dumb about it being 5, right? But I'm not wrong. They're canceling me because I'm right. All right. You're not allowed to talk about the election integrity. You're not allowed to talk about that medical thing that happened 2 years ago. You'll be taken off YouTube. And there was no election fraud. Joe Biden won it fair and square because the Electoral College makes the final decision. That's how it works. So there's a lot of nannies in this modern world. The big tech companies are full of disgusting human beings. They're the worst of the worst of the worst. They don't like America. They're in love with some fantasy about communism. They don't know that Joseph Stalin murdered like 50 million of his own people. And there's no way to talk to these people. They were the people who wanted you to take that experimental thing. Trust the science, but there was no science. So that's who we're dealing with. We're dealing with mentally ill online bullies. And it's not going to change anytime soon. So you've got to have a group of friends where you all think the same way and cut out these abusive communist people from your life if you can. Just a totally random topic. I'm hearing some huge booms, and they're not explosions. They feel like more like, well, I thought there's an iron mine by me, and I thought maybe they're doing some explosions, but I've heard them at night, and I was like, could this be quake? And it's like when you live close to train tracks and a heavy truck goes over and it's thud, thud, thud. Just weird. Probably earthquake. It's 85 degrees right now, which is pretty warm. So it's motivating me to get my air conditioner on the wall. I'm going to take apart this wall later today and cut some 2x4s and make a hole for the air conditioner. And in a few days, I'll have air conditioning working. I don't know. To Riverside Sheriff's Office, if you're watching this, thank you for your professionalism. Yeah. Thanks, Mr. Smith. Mr. Smith says, hi, Wayne, room looks good. We're getting there. I don't have money for drywall or all the wall covering or insulation right now. So baby steps. What I wanted to say to the Riverside Sheriff's Office is they're probably going to make another 30 prank phone calls. Okay. Let's us set up a password. So when they say I'm Wayne, what's the password? Then it's a prank. Like the password could be chocolate chip cookies, right? And so people are going to continue to harass me because I'm still running for president. You know, as silly as it is, it's within my constitutional right to keep running for president. I put ideas out there like in 2016 was reparations for black people at $400,000. Well, the state of California is close to giving blacks $365,000 for reparations. So my ideas could be taking foothold. They could be they might be adopted by others. So I enjoy this process. And yeah, I might not ever be elected, but at least some of my ideas are being adopted. Yeah, Charles, the spray foam costs $300. It's not a dollar per, well, it probably is a dollar per square foot because that's a 10 by 12. So that's $120 per wall, 240. This wall is 8 by 10, so 80, 160. So that's $400 right there. Yeah. And it's only the R value is 1 inch of foam is only R5, I believe. Yeah. And I have R19 on the roof, and it's going to be R15 for the walls. Yeah. The main thing is getting that air conditioning going, and that will knock down the temperature a good amount, and then insulating the walls. I might just button up my place here for the summer and not come back to the winter. Um, Maybe I'll be in San Francisco. I'm starting a new YouTube channel with my friend Chick and myself, and we're going to be talking about everything. It's basically two guys arguing. So, I forget the title of this. It was something about being nice to each other and the swattings. Just put yourself in the shoes of law enforcement. Law enforcement thinks everybody wants to kill them. So that's where they're coming from. And they think you're hiding drugs and that you've got warrants. And, they're basically, they're not interested in catching pedophiles or people stealing millions of dollars. No, they don't have the power to do that. They just have the power to harass the public, speeding tickets and any prank call on earth. That's the only power they're given. So put yourself in their shoes. They don't have any power. They can't make any decisions. If they see a crime, they might do something and they might not. It's just like, just don't really count on them for anything. Maybe just don't involve yourself with law enforcement at all. Just make their job easier. So, like I heard some gunshots last night. Bang, 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 bang. 5 shots really fast. First I heard a boom. Do you hear that? It sounds like huge thunder in the distance. I'm going to see if there's thunder going on. Anyways, I'm a little anxious. I drank too much coffee, I guess. I got PTSD. I'm fucked. I'm so tired of being afraid. Oh well, I'll get over it. I'll live. I got to lose some weight. I'm so fat right now. I'm 270 pounds. I got the scale right here so I can check every day. I'm trying to eat less. All right, let me hang this up. I'm just rambling at this point. So, in summary, put yourself in law enforcement's shoes. Everything's a threat to them. No quick movements. Keep your hands visible. Don't be filming them because they got the body cam, So if you need evidence, they got the body cam. Be friendly to them. Put yourself in their shoes. They're going to see 10 people that day. And if 9 people are assholes to them and you're the one nice person, guess who's not getting the ticket? The nice person. Think about it. Goodbye.